Yes. Yeah. Give it up for Becky. Yeah. Oh, y'all know that shit was so horrible. But anyway, welcome to the Melanin Gold channel. My name is Penny. Yeah, I'll be coming to you today with I want to talk about the whole Kim Kardashian with the Bo Derek braids, apparently. And I put Bo Derek braids in quotation marks. And I also want to talk about the recent Nefertiti bust, which I'll get into a little bit later. But as usual, the Kardashians, they have to do things to get attention. And Kim decided to post a little Snapchat video of her with Bo Derek braids. Apparently, I thought they were cornrows, but apparently to Kim they're Bo Derek braids. Check this out.
So guys, I did Bo Derek braids, and I'm really into it.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's not Bo Derek. Oh, my bad. Yeah. So for those who don't know, Bo Derek is an actress from back in the day. And the picture I have up right now is actually from the movie 10. And it was her breakthrough role. And there's a scene when she's on the beach and she's wearing like her braids and cornrows. And I remember talking to my mom about it like years ago. About like, I think like Oprah Winfrey interviewed Bo Derek some time ago. And we were watching the show together. You know how she does like, Where Are They Now type of show. And we were watching that show and I asked my mom, like, who's Bo Derek? I never heard of her. And she was like, oh, she was just this, an actress from back in the day. And when she wore those cornrows in her hair, like a lot of people made a big deal about it. She became really popular. And my mom was like, I never really understood it because Cicely Tyson back in like a few years before first wore cornrows in the movie Sounder. And I have her picture up here. So it's kind of like history repeating itself. Like Cicely Tyson was the first person to wear cornrows in a major motion picture. And some years later, here comes this white girl and she's getting all the praise. I guess it's history repeating itself because we didn't learn from it. But anyway, I want you guys to take a quick look at this clip from Fox 32 Chicago, and there was a black correspondent who was talking about the whole Kim Kardashian situation, and I agree with everything she says in this clip, and this is why I hope to God this will be the last time I talk about Kim Kardashian, but I'll get back to you after you watch this clip.
Problem is when the Kardashians do something from the African American culture, now it becomes popular. When a black girl wears her hair in braids, it's unprofessional, it's ghetto. She wears it, it's a movement. A white girl has a big butt, oh, that's beautiful. We've been having big butts forever. And it's like that's where we get aggravated. Even her photos on Instagram, if that was a black girl that posted those photos, it would have been flagged. They would be off the internet right now. But because it's Kim Kardashian, it gets to stay, and that's the argument. The joke is really on us. I'm not mad at Kim. I'm not mad at Instagram. I'm mad at us because we're the ones that continue to give this woman attention when she does these things. And that's all she's really seeking from these moments.
Yeah, guys. Kim and her rest of her family, they'll do anything to get attention. Honestly, I don't know why people keep talking about them. Honestly, the more you talk about them, the more you follow them on their social medias, the more popular they become. And honestly, at the end of the day, that's what they wanted. Kim and the rest of her family, they have a huge PR team behind them. And they purposely do stuff like this because they know for a fact that Black Twitter is going to go in an uproar as soon as they see Kim Kardashian with some braids, Kylie or Kendall, whatever their name is, with some dreads, or a style that a black woman has done in the past. But yeah, that's their MO. You just gotta let them go. Honestly, if what you focus on that gets big, that gets hot. And what you don't focus on, it disappears when it comes to popularity in media. So that's just my advice. That's what I advise everyone to do. Matter of fact, I may have to do another video that shows like other black dark skinned Instagram models. So you can follow them and see what they're doing and make them hot. Shit. So anyway, I want to talk about something else that's a little bit, well, actually way more serious. Something that relates to the idea of cultural appropriation. A few days ago, there was a bust revealed of the ancient Egyptian queen Nefertiti. Actually, she was a pharaoh. And it was revealed on the Today Show. And I just want to show y'all what this bust looks like. So you guys ready? You guys want to see what your beautiful African queen of ancient Egypt looked like? All right, check this clip out.
So we're going to reveal it, but this is 3D imaging. You think this is spot on?
This is spot on. This was a 3D image of the mummy's head was done. It was then given to a forensics team and an incredible world-class reconstruction artist. So this is very accurate.
All right, here it comes. We're going to do the big reveal.
I'm ready.
Here we
We're
go.
going to knock it over.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And there she is.
Wow.
Wow, that's intense.
Wow.
Isn't she amazing?
Yes.
She really is.
So how do you reconstruct? And how accurate do you think this is?
I think it's extremely accurate to the mummy. The forensics artists are able to do an extremely good job at looking at the tissue, depth, determining muscle, and all of that. And so what we're looking at here for sure is King Tut's mother. We know genetically that this mummy is King Tut's mother.
We don't know if Nefertiti
That's
is
right.
Tut's
We know
mother.
that we know that Tut's father was Akhenaten, who was married to Nefertiti. So it's a good bet. And the really encouraging thing for me is that when you look at the known ancient images of Nefertiti that we have, like the Berlin bust, there are amazing similarities here.
I was going to say, a lot of people get those necklaces with that side view.
Right.
They sell them everywhere in Cairo, and it looks spot on.
But what's amazing really is that the Berlin bust is this kind of idealized image. It's the sort of ancient Photoshop, right?
Yes.
This is a real woman. And when we look at this reconstructed bust, what we see here is someone who is substantial, and someone whose mummy was really cast off, and now we can really see her restored, have her dignity restored in a way.
That was cool.
Incredible
Josh, thank you.
artistry, and it obviously an archaeological feat as well, but it's really cool, Josh. Thank you.
Yes, apparently our beautiful ancient African queen was a white woman, all right? And Twitter was not having it, okay? Everybody on social media blew up. I just picked out some of my favorite tweets that had me cracking up. Especially the last one, because it's the last tweet is ridiculous. Check this out. Yeah, that was bad. The tweets were hilarious. And especially that last one. It was like, the last tweet that said, "Oh, y'all know that all the ancient Egyptians were white." I'm like, "Oh my God." And the sad part is people still think that. There's a lot of people, grown ass adults, who went to school and have college degrees walking around on planet Earth that think that ancient Egyptians were white. And oh Lord, it's it's getting to the point where it's getting pathetic. I'm so tired of them trying to whitewash our history. Now, I just want to go over a few subjects to debunk this Nefertiti model that was displayed on the Today Show. Now, recently, there was a study, some type of scientific DNA result that said that there were 8,000 years ago, over 8,000 years ago, all the Europeans had dark skin with blue eyes, and that it wasn't until about 8,000 years ago, that the Europeans became white in their skin tone. So this whole mutation of white skin is very new. So, and I also thought that like all the races and the colors of the world came out of the black man. So it's kind of strange, like with this model that looks like Jennifer Aniston, the Nefertiti model that was displayed on Today's Show. How does white, I'm sorry, how does like dark skinned Europeans come out of white? You know, it makes no sense. Well, anyway, also I remember some time ago there was a special I saw. Like, I watch a lot of documentaries, and it was like a special where they took pretty much did the same thing that the guy on the Today Show did, but it wasn't an actual model of Nefertiti. It was actually a computer generated photo. And this is the photo that's displayed up. Now, Nefertiti, to me, looks like a black woman, which would make sense. So I'm assuming that it's a different team of scientists that did it. So did this one, because this computer generated picture looks completely different from that bust that was on the Today Show a few days ago. But and you know, this is not the first time this has happened. I don't know if you guys remember. I remember watching Hidden Colors 4, and they mentioned that that the Nefertiti bust that we all come to know as the image of Nefertiti, you see it in a lot of history books. It's probably like the first image that comes up when you type in Nefertiti in Google Images, and I have it up. And they said that this bust was actually fake, that it was planted in like the dirt, and the archaeologists purposely planted it in there and pulled it up. And if you look at it, it was always if you look at the photo, it's a very Eurocentric picture of Nefertiti. Very pale skin, her features are very Eurocentric. And I have like the audio clip from Hidden Colors 4. Tyreek is really iffy about putting clips, so I'm not going to put a clip in. I'm just going to play the audio. Check this out.
At this point, many of the artifacts that are on display in many of the Egyptian collections around the world are fakes. The Nefertiti statue is of doubtful authenticity. That's a posh way of saying it's almost certainly a fake. A number of scholars have come out quite recently. Henri Sterling in Switzerland, he's come out and said, listen, this is a 100-year forgery.
If there is hundreds of paintings of Nefertiti and all of them are black, all of the statues in the Cairo Museum of Nefertiti is black, only this one little white statue in Germany is white. Something's wrong with that picture.
Marx was instructed to use the face of Ludwig's wife, Emily Bouchard. So the face that supposedly was the most beautiful face of ancient history is actually the features of Ludwig Borchards' wife, Emily Borchard. So now, that's not even the half of it. Beautiful statue. Came out of the ground. No, it didn't come out of the ground. What happened was, Borchard, was forced to bring it forward after 11 years. So what did he do? He took the head that Marx made, went back to the Tel Alamar site, covered it up with dirt, and came out and had a photo op as if that's how he found it.
And it makes sense because if you think about it, how can somebody with like super pale skin survive like the heat and the sun beaming down on them? Like the power of melanin in your skin. You know, there's a reason why I call my channel Melanin Gold, because your melanin is literally gold. Gold in your skin. Like, it protects you from the sun rays. It prevents you from getting skin cancer. At least lowers the chances. I remember, I forget what show. I think it was like the Today Show, where Dr. Oz was on it, and like Al Roker mentioned, like, oh, in the black community, we have this saying that black doesn't crack. Is there some truth to it? And Dr. Oz was like, yeah. The fact that your skin is so highly melanated that you have a natural SPF of that ranges from 20 to 30. So it's like, wow, I thought it was amazing because if you think about it, it makes sense. That's why black people don't really get sunburned like that, and we don't age. And come to think of it, I don't think I ever saw really images of, well, that many images of black ancient Egyptians. Only two things come to mind. I remember in Prince of Egypt, that cartoon that came out like in the early 2000s. The Egyptians were black in that one. And I also remember when I was a kid back in the early 90s. And I don't know if you guys remember, if you're too young to remember, Michael Jackson came out with a little music video, aka short film, because that's how he does it. He came out with a music video called Remember the Time. And it's basically the music video. He has all the ancient Egyptian, it's like an ancient Egyptian theme, and all the ancient Egyptians are black. Like, he has Eddie Murphy playing the pharaoh, the supermodel Iman, who was married to David Bowie, playing the queen, and all their servants and people that come into the palace, they're all black. And like, wherever you are now, Michael Jackson, I just want to thank you for that. Like, I love you for that. God rest your soul, because that was the first time ever I saw black Egyptians. And I remember as a kid, that was a really big deal. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube and check that out. In the video, I remember the camera swooping up Iman's legs and revealing her with that big crown, and her looking drop dead gorgeous. I was like, whoa, who is that? And like, till this day, I think Iman is one of the most beautiful women I have ever laid eyes on. She's drop dead gorgeous. She has beautiful chocolate brown skin. Even to this day, as an older woman, she's gorgeous. And like, wherever you are now, Michael Jackson, I just want to thank you for that. Like, I love you for that. God rest your soul, because that was the first time ever I saw black Egyptians. And I remember as a kid, that was a really big deal. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube and check that out. And I also recall, I was watching like some interview like months ago on DJ Vlad was doing, and he was interviewing somebody. I forget who it was, but he was interviewing someone, and he made a statement that I thought was kind of funny. That he was like, in 1,000 years in the future from now, Tupac will be white, and I thought it was like, yeah, that's a big statement to make. And like, I would say like a month or two after, I saw this image of Madden Tucson did this wax figure of a famous celebrity. And can you guess who this celebrity is? Time's up. It's Beyonce. And it's like, damn, they like whitewashed Beyonce. I thought they whitewashed her enough. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, and you know, Beyonce does wear that long blonde hair, and she is lighter complected, but damn, she don't look like Lindsay Lohan. You know, it's like it took me some time to look at it to think about who it was. I'm like, God damn, they don't look like her. And it's like, hell, like even when they're alive, they're like changing their appearance. It's just, it's odd. It's and it's a bit disturbing. Like, who else in the future will be whitewashed? Like, it's getting ridiculous. And honestly, at this point, I'm not sure how to. Honestly, I'm not sure 100% what to do. All I can say is, like, I think we need to embrace and love ourselves and love our culture and everything about it. Because even with this natural hair movement, I'm seeing more and more European weaves. I'm seeing more blonde hair. And there's nothing with changing up your appearance. But I do feel like a lot of black women will be willing to wear that weave. Like, I see more black women with weave in their hair, the European weave, than I do with their actual, than I do actually see their real hair. And honestly, because that's all that you could do is embrace and love your culture. And hell, we got white women out here trying to be us, and we trying to look like them. Like, just a time ago, I saw a documentary about skin bleaching, and it's like, what is wrong with our people? They're just backwards. It's like they're trying to look like you for a reason. They're going to the tanning booth and getting their hair braided and stuff for a reason. And it's just like, we don't get it. We just we fall for the lies and the BS. And really, I just wanted to do this video to show you the truth, to shed some light and to debunk that Nefertiti model that was on the Today Show. And that's it. I hope you have a great day. Right now I am stuck in the snow in my home. We have a blizzard out here in Chicago. And you stay golden and also stay warm, please. And also, could you please, honestly, I don't have a Patreon. I don't have anything of that nature. I don't have a GoFundMe page. The best way you can help me is just to share my videos. Share this video. Like my videos. Subscribe. Click that notification button. All right? Y'all have a good one. Bye.